moving the other way, and you're just not going to expect it. But it looks like we got our next match, and we see Texter playing up against someone I haven't played before yet.
Texter. What? All right.
Oh, actually, okay, yes, I do know this player. He's also pretty good. But Texter bringing the fire early, just really closing the distance perfectly here, just overwhelms them. They know they're going for the treasure, and that's always a fun thing to do, is just guard the treasure, aim for the treasure, because the players are going to go for that every time.
Texter right away. Both these players playing around with the edges right there. Miracle grab, but he couldn't grab the last one.
Nope. Got to play with the edges there. I mean, they'll serve for good cover, but not for too long. You always have to move.
What's going to have to be careful. I think in a flurry with Texter, he's actually in a severe disadvantage right now. Texter showing off he can go ahead and grab all the arrows, but still struggling, trying to make it happen.
He's tried to lay some traps here with these trigger arrows, which that was the first match that I played was on this map. And with trigger arrows, they work like bomb arrows in the fact that they explode, but you can actually set them off at a specific time, which allows you to lay a trap in a tight field like this.
Just like that. Getting his first point with that trigger arrow.
Yes. It looked like looks like he's still trying to figure out how to lay those traps. In the right places, because what's an often mistake for someone that's using these arrows is that they fire them in the wrong place and they wind up trapping themselves.
Okay.
But you can pick them up off the wall, your own arrow, so you can try to save yourself there.
All right, Texter laying down one of the traps, but coming out on the other side.
Yep. And that is playing the wrap perfectly. Was able to launch the arrow right through the needle. Like, he threaded the needle perfectly, exploded it, caught off guard there.
Texter just waiting for the treasure to come out, laying out some more trigger bombs. No.
Oh, what an exchange. And what coming out on top on that. Let's see. Watching the replay, yep. So what had the arrow advantage at the last minute there. That's usually what happens, is that in a close quarter match, you run out your arrows. The best bet you got is try to gut check the other player, because you can actually steal an arrow. If you have no arrows and you gut check the other person, you can actually steal one of their arrows and fire it in their face.
Okay.
So that's another strategy.
No, it's actually good to know. But right there, coming out the gate and starting to bring it back. Had a really nice head bonk right there. Ooh, and speaking of head bonk, Texter getting one of his own and taking the game.
Closing the match right here. This is just an unfortunate placement. I mean, Texter just jumped right enough for to just go right underneath the feet and closes out the match. That's one of the most unfortunate ways to die in this game, is being able to dash right under someone's feet and paying the consequence for it.
Yeah, but no, that was a really, really nice showing from Texter right there. Showing his experience, getting a lot of these head bonks, and just the way he placed the trigger arrows was phenomenal, especially on that one map where he had one set up on one side, the other on the second side, and actually had nowhere to go.
Right. That's how you trap people with the trigger arrows. It's a very useful arrow for setting up traps. But you can see really taking advantage of the bomb arrows on this map. We got King's Court as the counter pick. King's Court brings 2 arrows to the field. You got bomb arrows and you have bramble arrows, which I don't think we've seen yet. But as you can see with Texter's bramble arrow that we just saw in the last bit, it lays down a bed of thorns that creates a trap. This is the first type of trap arrow that we'll see. Ooh. But did not see that. Completely just caught that arrow in the face. Was not prepared. Was just not prepared.
Is Bramble the one where it basically just homes in on your opponent?
No. So all the arrows actually in this game, as you can see with the aiming, you can aim in 8 general directions, but the arrows actually do have a little bit of tracking on them. It's a little bit of aim assist.
Okay.
With Brambles, they just kind of lay this trap. As you can see the glowing thorns there. And you can die by your own trap if it wasn't evident before.
Okay. No, good to know. But all right, going back into the match, some more arrows getting caught.
You can see Texter trying to play the wrap there. Oh, but a brilliant catch by Texter on the bomb arrow.
Texter catching another one, but laying down the bomb arrow to where this is actually even right there. Nice stuff.
Oof. And you can even see the old king in the background laughing as the player dies. And that's the little feature of King's Court, does feature the old evil king in this game.
Oh, I really like what was doing, laying down some nice shots, but Texter coming in and getting the arrow.
Yep, he was able to play the wrap once again. I'm seeing this a lot from his style. He really likes to play the blind space here, and playing the wrap as it's called. Like I said, just like that. If you're not seeing that other side, you're going to get caught off guard by an arrow, especially when people are actually